The question was how do cosmetic products come to fruition? How do they come from conception, and how are they formulated, and how do they kind of come down the pipeline and affect us? And like you mentioned, cosmetic colors and trends and things like that are constantly changing. So really it's kind of a function of a little bit of the research, with things that are skincare, oriented. Those are going to be more a relation of, what customers are needing, what ingredients we're able to formulate and patent and make available to the consumer, and what results we're able to offer them. So skincare is kind of maybe a little bit different in that respect. From a beauty perspective, we kind of have to be sensitive as a cosmetics company to our role really as a subset of a little bit of the fashion industry. So the marketing roles kind of come up with a lot of that. They typically have a kind of a concept of, a lot of times at the consumer level, like what we're at, consumer products level, a lot of those trends funnel down from luxury brands, from specialty brands, from because they a lot of times are kind of more setting the standard and the trends for what's going on in the industry. And so marketing will say, so-and-so, in this professional level, or we hear that this is going to be a trend. And so they will come up with a concept for a product. At that point, it's the role of our research and innovation labs to come up with a formulation using their resources and their expertise of how different processes and how different ingredients affect the performance of products, to come up with a formulation and to make small scale batches and to test it and to come up with a formula that is suitable for production. The research and innovation, because that is such an expertise and capital-intensive function, they're very centralized. We have one in the United States, research and innovation lab that's in New Jersey, and then there are two, I believe, in Paris, in that area. There are two in France. Because the trends and what consumers want varies so much by a lot of times the culture, the ethnicity of the skin and the hair and eyelashes and things like that is so variable. So I think that they're actually opening some. There's going to be one, I think, opening in somewhere in the Asia Pacific area, because there's so much unique product offerings that need to go into that market. So it's kind of a function of what's going on with research and what's going on with the trends, and marketing really is kind of our resource for figuring out, what shades do we need to be able to offer this year, and also our product mix of what we manufacture there is the biggest way that we're impacted from a production standpoint, especially, I mentioned earlier that we fill nail products. Nail right now is huge in the industry. Nail is a trend. Nail is exploding in the market and has changed our product mix of what we manufacture so much, because that is in such a high demand and it's changing its market share so much. Nail enamel. Yeah, nail enamel, nail trends and different shades and things that's really exploding kind of in the fashion industry right now. So it's changed a lot of our product mix.
Krista, do you want to pass around your sample or talk about that?
Oh, yeah. I actually brought something that probably not something a lot of people have an opportunity to see, and just something I thought might be interesting from a hands-on approach. I have a jar here. It's just a 16-ounce jar of kind of a U.S. favorite, Great Lash. Probably a lot of you are familiar with that. Anyway, it is just actually what mascara looks like in its pure bulk form. Not in a tube, not on your eye. It's just what you can kind of get an idea of the appearance, the smell, the consistency of what a bulk mascara looks like.
It's very tar-like. It doesn't smell like tar, but just the appearance. So I'll pass this around in just a minute.
It's very thick. You can turn it over and see no movement or.
Yeah, and I see lots of hands up. I'll get to all you guys.